Alright, in the top left, playing as Nuru in the blue, we have Saikoya. Up against MVAKM, playing as Vesper over on the reds. So two very strong commanders on this map. And it is worth noting, the encounter is going to be the map used for the third round of Take Your Turn. So both these players getting some of that tournament practice in early, playing on the ranked ladder right now. What do we see? Nuru just going for that back capture. Vesper kind of doing something very similar. I wonder if we're going to see going for this forward village first though. And yeah, MVAKM does. They decide to just kind of surge forwards. Nuru just gonna kind of back up, but Nuru's gonna go for the center position. So MVAKM favoring the sides. Saikoya favoring center. And goes for that heal. Vesper just gonna have enough health to do something in a fight. A 3 health commander does not do well against a whole bunch of swords. But, you know, like a 5 health one does okay. Wow, actually, alright, we see the swords, or not the swords, we see the dogs protecting the dogs, and the swords also protecting the swords, so if Vesper went in there, Vesper would die. So, decides to back up, tries to knock down that village with a crit. Doesn't happen, but now Vesper can build Groove off of it, so not the end of the world. Okay. Saikoya elects to just knock the village down, but doesn't go for the KO just yet. Knight comes down. Thief coming down as well. Interesting. Saikoya going for that economic play. Oh, that's really smart. Uses the already weakened sword just to tank a hit right there. And oh, dragon comes out. Dragon incredibly strong on this map. Nuru does have the tools to deal with the dragon though. And spawn a swords once they have Groove. They are electing to back up. There's a lot of roads around this map, on the sides and in the center, so dragons are very strong. There is a bit of flagstone, but the roads will definitely make it very difficult to go into that middle. MVAKM, they're just going to keep putting pressure on the sides. They have a ton of money. They've been doing very cheap unit buys this whole time. The dragon's like the first and only expensive unit they have. A second dragon comes out. I guess the plan here is just to kind of overwhelm with dragons. Alright, but Saikoya fighting back. They take a couple units. Those dogs, they're going to use that thief. It's that very safe steal. And you can actually retreat back to this flagstone, making it difficult for these dragons to come in and punish. The dragons are now coming up to this top sides. Yeah, just more armies moving up. MVAKM just looking to kind of match where Nuru is. Dragon comes in, does some damage. This thief is actually a bit vulnerable to getting killed now. Needs to back up a bunch. It's on flagstone, so it should live if the dragon decides to go for it, but yeah, that's pretty scary. Alright, and the army kind of moves over. Nuru really wants Groove, but Nuru has no opportunities to build Groove right now because, you know, you can't hit the center village because there's road. Oh, Thief takes down. Oh, the sword comes in though as well. The Thief goes down, but the dragon's going to eat a ton of damage for that. It might even go down because there is a archer here as well. So Saikoya could go for the she could call it a coin flip. A third dragon comes out. Damn. MVAKM is just like, I'm just going to keep building dragons. Alright, that's definitely going to kill. Very high roll there from the archer at the start. Even the sword goes down. So, yeah, you lost the thief that had the money. Like a steal already, but you killed the dragon for it. And you didn't have to spend any groove to do it, so that's pretty good actually. Yeah, this army formation is looking very solid. Even has a harpy just to, you know, punish potentially the knight or the dragon. Harpy does like good damage to both of them. Yeah, games. Yeah, I've got to back up. More dragons coming up. Dogs coming in, getting those crits. Right, what are we seeing? More village captures coming in. Nuru walks up, hits the village. Very vulnerable though. Vesper has groove and Nuru does not. There are transport units, so it'd be okay, but MVAKM could actually just throw dragons at Saikoya. Doesn't want to just yet. He's just gonna back up, get ready for that big turn of damage. While they do that, like the sides can get hit, so there we see another village getting captured. Mage repositions somewhere safe. Saikoya just playing this very cautiously. And we're only like 18 minutes into the timer on both sides, so they're playing very quickly. We could actually be in for a very long game here. And Saikoya, they're just very cautiously playing around Vesper Groove. Dragon's coming back down to the bottom sides. They don't want to have to deal with any pushes down here. But now this side up here on the top is completely open. And there is Night Crit lined up in one of the villages, so Saikoya, they can continue to play the economic game if they want. Night Crit comes down, village deal comes in. And this army down here is mobile enough that it can just kind of shift around. The balloon, yeah, they're just going to swap sides. Wagon comes into wall. Really nice defensive play coming in here. 2 archers to back all of this up as well. I like the dog hit on the mage, just means the balloon can't go down. Do not want to let your opponent get any kind of surround on your commander. We're on turn 13. Both players, they're still duking this out. MVAKM, you know, they got their army together. They start pushing this bottom hand side. But they're really far behind on economy. Starting the turn with 900 gold. All of that up there has been captured by Saikoya. We're just starting to push back on the bottom side. And these dragons, they haven't been as active as they, I guess, would have want to have been. Saikoya, look at that money. Oh wow, the harpy even finding a pick. Nice. Balloon goes down, those spears are going to be far less mobile. That's just a good money trade, killing a balloon for a mage. Saikoya just kind of moving stuff up. Are we going to see a huge bank for one turn? No, they're just going to buy a dragon. Okay, makes sense. There's a golem coming, and there is road, so makes sense that you would want a dragon to deal with that. MVAKM, they're just holding Vesper Groove right now. Okay, kill comes in. A whole bunch of these dogs are actually just going to go down. Archer goes down. Wow. MVAKM taking a big turn. A lot of damage coming in. But I actually do think these dragons are potentially just all gonna die? There are mages in range. Oh, is it gonna be Yeah. Nice follow-up. Keeps the army alive. Those dragons would have been absolutely toast without that. The Vesper Groove is forced out. Saikoya, yeah, they're just gonna back up. Like, yep, I took my lumps that turn. But they still have the economy leads. Like, barely. This one village, I think, makes the difference, but... Do they? It's very close either way, but they did have the economy lead for a long time. Okay, Dragon's retreating somewhere safe. Vesper. Gonna be looking to kind of build up Groove again. Yeah, now we see like big diagonal line form on two fronts. Is Saikoya gonna find some kind of way to punch through here? Well, they do find a free unit, and those are always nice to find. And gets a knockdown on the village. Nicely done. There's actually no anti-air on this right hand side, so... Yeah, as long as their stronghold is defended, and you know, there's plenty of anti-air. A ballista comes out. Oh, wow. You do not see those every day. And that's actually going to cover a lot of this front line. It's kind of mirroring their opponent. MVAKM also knocks this village down with a night crit. Wow, super aggressive night push in the center. And are they just going to move everything up? Yeah, they are. This is a scary looking push. But I do wonder if it's going to be okay. You potentially have like double dog suicide from the river. Oh no, this one doesn't actually reach. Never mind. Okay. Kill on the knight. Nice kill on that sword. Like, oh yeah, I guess they're just confident that they can hold this for another turn. Archer comes in. More stuff going down. Just a whole bunch of cheap units. Nicely killed. Nice kill on that balloon. Follow up Hex. And what are we gonna see here? Dog comes in. Is that gonna go for the archer? It is. The archer is the big threat damage wise, so absolutely makes sense that we would see that going down. And are we just gonna see everything get wagoned back? Yeah, we are. Okay, and yeah, all this stuff, I mean, the two dragons could potentially come and do some damage here, but MVAKM just took a lot of damage that turn. Now they're going to back up. They're going to kill some stuff while they can. Dog crits come in. Nicely done. Golem's going to run back and heal. And yeah, they just took a lot of damage, but they did build a bit of groove out of it. And I guess it's worth trading some army value to get Groove on Vesper, because you're going to get a huge amount of value whenever you use Groove. Once again, the map is pretty much split. Ballista slowly moving forwards. Oh. Nuru's also going to start building Groove though. Taking advantage of the situation. More damage coming in. Archer almost kills the dog. That would actually been a really nice kill if that had gone through. Because yeah, even a low health dog starting suicide, and is also potentially going to be able to set up dog crits later. Actually very good for dog crit suicides. Yeah, low health dogs are really scary. Turn 18, both players, the timer's running low. They were really thinking about those few turns before. And yeah, like the game is starting to lag. We're getting to that point where there's just so many units on the map. What do you do here if you're MVAKM? Heal up. walk back. There are 2 dragons, so you can't really push on the roads. Ballista's gonna chip away. Nicely done. Right, Nuru's gonna wall for this dragon. And this wagon, by the way, has gotten so much value over the course of this game. It's just been the perfect walling unit. As well as like transporting units like across the map on many occasions. And yeah, this is going to be kind of a slower grind. We're going to see, can Saikoya make some kind of like push towards the center come out. And MVAKM, I mean, both players have to start looking for win conditions, right? Like, how do I win this game? And I don't really know, because there's so much, like, indirect fire from people, like this Ballista, the Witch, the Archer. You can't really push your commander up aggressively. You just risk so much potential for getting killed. As long as there's a dragon on the map, the road tiles in the center are going to be incredibly difficult to maneuver around. And now that Saikoya has the Ballista out, it is actually going to force MVAKM to slowly move back, because you have to respect it. Ballistas might not be the strongest thing in the game, but they are something that you have to respect when you're going up against them. And this wagon, once again, blocking like a true champion. And yeah, Saikoya is just gonna kind of push around this other side. And this has actually been kind of the story of the game. Saikoya pressuring like each side one at a time, and MVAKM kind of just playing catch up a lot. That push in the center, MVAKM did a lot of damage, but there wasn't really a huge follow up on the groove. Alright, what do we got here? Village is being taken. And yes, like some kind of like game ending play has to come out in the next couple turns, because otherwise MVAKM is just kind of just playing for time. And you know, we're coming up towards like the 12-minute mark. Like, what, the last fifth of the timer? How's Saikoya doing on time? We got 15 minutes? Okay, so they have like a little bit of a lead. They're just gonna continue to press forwards. It'd be very... Oh, annoying with that Ballista. The Ballista hit a dragon. Oh. Huge value coming out. And yeah, these are incredibly annoying to deal with. And now Saikoya, because one of the dragons is really weak, that's the opportunity they need to push forwards. They have this. They have 3 archers behind this as well. And yeah, now they're going to start pressing towards the strongholds. All of this defensive army up here is like way out of position, where Saikoya is like much further up. Alright, Vesper gonna come close to having groove. Just a few more turns of passive charge. Yeah, they recognize that they gotta do something, and they're just moving more of this army over onto this side. But Saikoya is far more central, whereas like MVAKM is way more on the side, so they're going to be a lot more out of position, and we're just like very, very much leaving the stronghold open. Saikoya, I think they could just spend a turn repositioning, getting ready to put pressure on the stronghold. Ballista comes forward. Even a dog taking down a village, that's not something you see very often. Oh, damage coming down on the golem goes down to a dragon hit and a knight crit. So that is MVAKM's big tools for dealing with the center. They're either up in this corner and actually injured as well, or they just died. Like with that golem going down, so... Now Saikoya can really just press forwards. There's not much defending over here. And this is huge. Saikoya potentially going to end the game next turn. What can MVAKM do? Well, they can get a mage crit on a dragon. That's pretty nice. And yeah, that knight goes down as well. But this army up here is much slower at progressing forwards. Okay, Vesper's going to come back. Very close to having Groove. Now MVAKM, yeah, they just want to heal those dragons up. They're going to do a little bit of damage where they can. Knocks that balloon down. Fair enough. Damages the mage. Even leaves a spear in the river. Oh, injured Nuru? Okay. Create some risk at using her. But yeah, 6 minutes left on the clock. MVAKM kind of just wants to play for a lethal at this point. And they could maybe take out this stronghold up in the top. But we'll see how Saikoya deals with everything up here. Recaptures come in. Just, you know, walk stuff back. Wants to keep the stronghold alive. Big mage heal comes in. Dog gets loaded into the wagon. Lines up for a dog crit. Okay. And yeah, Saikoya, they have a bit more time so they can push and try and take out this stronghold if they want to. Golem finishes off that mage there. And yes, lots of damage coming in. Big hex, that dog is going to go down. A whole bunch of other stuff's going to get injured. Nice use of the ballista to hit the mage. Recognizes that, you know, the archer is like one of the big threats here. Generally speaking, archers are very scary if you're going up against them. A defensive archer will do potentially like 14 damage on planes, so not something you really want to be fighting against. Okay, MVAKM, they recognize they just gotta go. They just gotta press forwards. They gotta try and kill what they can up here. Mage goes down. There's a second mage. But I guess overwhelming them with air units, it can work. And the balloon blocking as well, it's going to be very annoying. But there's a ballista to defend too, so... Yeah, I guess this army, it just needs to hold on for one more turn. Just needs to keep that stronghold just alive a little bit longer. More units go down. Even the archers. Oh, that's really nice target firing. Goes for the archers. Recognizes that those are the things that are going to break walls. Okay, what can happen here? Can Saikoya defend this? That is a very important question. Okay, witch goes down. Not going to see anything like ballista goes for that witch. Anyway, just even throws the swords straight at those spears. Just like, yeah, you know what? This has to be done. Witch comes up. And I guess they're just going to keep trying to trade units. No money on Nuru right now. Golem's slowly just going to keep going forwards. This archer goes down. More damage coming in. Dog comes in and just hits the spear because it can. Spear goes down to Nuru. There is not much here. I love this wagon has been the safety check against Vesper this whole time. Because of this wagon, no surround can come in. MVAKM, what can you do? You can kind of try to make a play for the strongholds.
Smoke and shadow.
Smoke Shroud's going to come in, so there is one side open here. Two sides open because of that balloon, actually. And yeah, just stuff fighting enemies because it can. Big mage heal comes in, like you've got no time left. You just gotta do what you can. Really coming down to... But I think this stronghold just dies. Nice kill with that spear crit. Dog comes in as well. More stuff going down. Nice use of the ballista. Just walling where you can. Yeah, you're just gonna throw that hex in. The only real option you've got to do damage there. Another spear goes down, and yeah, like even though there's two sides open on the stronghold, there's nothing to finish the game. And Nuru, who is no threat of dying, is just gonna go for that stronghold. And the archer with the mage heal gets the kill. Oh, and in one of the longest and most intense games I've seen from a ranked game in a long time, Saikoya takes it, winning with Nuru over Vesper. Nuru considered kind of like very mid tier right now, Vesper considered very strong up in that high tier. But Saikoya makes it work, plays exceptionally well. And they take it over MVAKM. And what a game. And people have been saying, you know, dragons are really strong on this map. Like there's a lot of road tile for them to work with, but Saikoya just kind of held back. Let the dragons kind of do their thing. You know, it built some nice anti-air units, positioned them very well. Eventually got this ballista out, and there was a blunder on the dragon. The ballista did get a free hit on one, and that was huge. It did a ton of damage. And yeah, like Saikoya just played for the late game. When they got there, they were completely ready. And MVAKM, they had a nice turn with Vesper, got a lot of damage done. But in the end, Saikoya just was able to play very calmly, very patient, and just eventually ground it out and then won. So really nicely played. And as someone mentioned, there was a thief play, and a dragon went into punish, and losing the dragon for a thief is not worth it at all. And I guess we'll take a look at these charts as well. So let's see. You can just see that group chart. Alright. Combat units, very even actually. Slight lead to Saikoya. The colors are based on the faction of the commander, so Nuru is going to be represented by green. So yeah, just a little bit of a lead throughout the game, but nothing too major. Army value, actually favoring MVAKM a lot of the time, up until that end. And you can actually see Groove was at turn 15, so this is, or in this point, yeah, you can see like the drop in Saikoya's army value on that turn. Not quite as significant as you would think, but the army values went really high, like almost 13,000. That is some big army value. You don't normally see it that high. Income average. MVAKM had a huge lead early. Like turn 9, turn 10, massive lead in economy. And then Saikoya kind of bring it back, and it kind of comes more towards like the even stage, towards like the later part of the game. And actually MVAKM just ahead in economy throughout a lot of the game. Very well played there by Saikoya.